don't think we put that in the budget. You can't afford it, and your health-wise cannot afford it. Remember when I said 6, 7, 8 decades? Yeah, we're not going to get there if we're putting things in our lungs.
I mean, with that, if I have the money, like $10, $20...
You don't.
But I do.
No, not if you want to pay off your credit card when they stop putting money into your credit card.
But
you're scaring me now. This conversation's gone to a place where I'm scared for you.
Caleb Hammer loses his mind trying to help this woman save herself from financial ruin as Caleb Hammer points out all her constant terrible decisions only for her to make excuses while Caleb Hammer totally freaks out on her. So like and subscribe for more as we follow financial distress and how to get out of it. Now let's check it out.
This is you learning and actually being independent.
Right.
Which you are very much not.
I'm trying to be. There's stepping stones to these things.
I certainly did not see any stones stepped on.
Yeah, some cracked and some flew away. So, that's why I'm in school. It's a learning process.
Flew away. That's a new one.
I'm also looking into financing more tattoos in the future. So,
why?
Because I'm independent now.
But financing?
Yeah. So
debt.
Is that debt?
Well, financing would be debt.
So my tattoo company, they offer like if you want to get like a tattoo that's like $1,000 or more, and you can't pay it right there.
Oh no.
They can pass like a credit check on you to see if you can finance the tattoo. Yeah. So I didn't get approved for that because I don't have enough credit.
Well, yeah, you don't have anything. This is what I was talking about with the enablement thing. And this is where I'm like, I don't think you've learned your lesson. So I think we bring your mom into this conversation.
I don't have any tattoos. I don't know personally. Let me know down below if anybody else does. But I've never heard of financing a tattoo. I mean, I guess it makes sense if it is $1,000 or $2,000. I don't even know really what they cost. But I've never heard of that right out of a shop, though.
She does not want to be on camera. But we will bring you nameless, just audio only. So, I mean, okay. You were sitting down in the guest area lobby during this conversation. My big fear, and what I kind of want to just not necessarily confront you on, but ask questions, is this credit card debt. She obviously built up a big balance on the credit card debt. And she was moving out. And what she was telling me the whole time is that she's essentially independent and taking care of her bills, but she's not. You guys are paying for the credit card debt. Yeah. Now, my big concern is, especially with what she just said, going and just blowing all the money and financing on some tattoos, is what you're doing and paying on this card. Is that really helping her? I don't know if she's learned her lesson.
But I'm telling you, I have the money.
Let her respond.
No, it's not teaching her how to be responsible and how to budget her money better. And
then why are you doing it? What if you are her parent? What, and you are enabling a terrible. If you're enabling your kid's drug addiction or gambling addiction, and then you continue to do it, like, what does that make you? Like, yeah, of course you're not helping them. But if you're aware that it's not working and you're still doing it, you are part of the problem.
How to ask herself, do I need this or do I want this? And to do with what you have.
Why are you guys paying for it then? Because I think it's like harming her actual future. Not that I want her to have to pay off debt.
Right.
But clearly from what you were just talking about, I don't think it's helping her. So why are we doing it?
Because you love me.
She was doing
emotional manipulation. Yeah, that right there, that's a huge part of it.
Well, with the credit card, she would, put a gas in her car and she would charge it and she'd pay it off and it went really well. She would get the credit card up to, $200-$300. She'd pay it off and we're like, wow, you're doing great with it. Yeah. And then I kind of like put it in the back of my mind. And then a few months later, I asked her, oh, how's the credit card doing? And she's like, oh, it's about $4,000. And so my husband said, no more. So he took it. Good. He took it and we knew that she couldn't pay it on her own since she had just moved out.
But why not, like,
Did you see the way that she was reacting? She's laughing. She's giggling. Like, it's funny to her. This is the problem. She's not taking these liabilities seriously. This is what's going to ruin her financially for the rest of her life. I don't know how old she is, but clearly she doesn't have the most adult mentality when it comes to her money. Because if you're going to laugh and giggle and then emotionally manipulate your parent, right, to pay your debts as a fully grown adult already, I mean, where is she going to be in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years? She's not going to be in a good place because she's not learning her lesson. The only way she has a chance at actually learning what she needs to do is she's got to face it. Don't give her anything. Don't help her with anything. Like, she's got to face the music. And then maybe then she'll stop laughing.
match it with behavioral changes then? Because she's still going out and blowing a solid 33, maybe close to 40% overall. I'd say closer to like 30% actually of her money on things that
she doesn't need.
she not only does not benefit her at all in any way. It's
Right.
not getting her towards anything. She doesn't have an emergency fund. She's not paying on the credit card. So why didn't we balance that with like, okay, I'm okay with you guys putting money towards it, but why not make it where she has to change behavior in order
Yeah.
to do it? Because again, I don't think we've changed anything here.
No,
But-
no. I think it's a bad thing on the parental part of it.
There's a balance left of 1,418.
Yeah.
Would you be open? I hate this. It sucks. Would you be open with just? I think she has to pay
Yeah.
off the remaining.
Don't.
I think you have
Do
to. I think you
not.
need to
Yeah.
learn, dude.
That's
Yeah.
gonna, you know what that's gonna turn into? You saying that is gonna make the budget that I have in my girl brain go down,
No.
and then
It's
So-
your debt.
I'm gonna.
It is your debt.
But then I'm.
This is why she has to pay it. She will not change until she is forced to, because this type of whatever this is, this is not going. She's a kid. She's a kid, and she wants to stay a kid.
Gonna have, that's another thing that I'm gonna owe. And then if you're saying that I owe,
I'll tell you how the math works.
my budget.
With the money that comes in and the money that's left, you have an extra $576. The minimum monthly payment on this is $43. You can easily fit that in your budget. It's on a minimum monthly basis. And then what you're learning for the first time in your life is how to sacrifice your finances, be an adult financially, and the extra $350 or so will go towards paying this off, and you'll pay this off within like 6 months or so. A little more than that. Closer
But
to a year.
where's the money for me though?
No.
No, that's a genuine question. Where's the money for me though?
No.
No.
Nope.
Because you're
Nope.
an adult.
I am, yeah.
No. You're in this situation. You will be an adult,
Okay.
and you're actually taking care of yourself. You're learning sacrifice for the first time. You're learning independence because you actually want to be independent, like you said. You're actually taking responsibility for the first time in your life, and that's, trust me, that is taking care of yourself more than any bull extra things that you're spending on McDonald's and Starbucks. You're actually taking care of yourself and learning valuable lessons for the first time in your life, which sets you up for success in the remaining 60 decades of your life. Hopefully more than that. Let's live a long, healthy life. But
Yeah, like Caleb Hammer mentioned, like if you're not forced to learn the good habits, which so many young people today, this is the issue with social safety nets. This is the issue with helicopter parenting. The whole point of learning to be an adult is you need to realize there's no one coming to save you. There's no one coming to save you in the real world. So if you grow up in a lifestyle or with a perception that there's always going to be the government, there's always going to be mom and dad, there's always going to be somebody to fall back on, you will never be forced to become the adult that you're supposed to be. I mean, I hate to say it, but like, this is bad parenting. This is bad parenting. This is bad upbringing. There is no excuse that a fully formed young adult should be behaving like this towards their money. Like I said, you can see it in her attitude, the way she looks at it. She's a kid. She doesn't want to grow up. And the whole point is you handle this way before you even get to this point. Like this is after the fact. So this is still going to be years for her to actually learn and instill good habits to get out of this. But as Caleb mentioned, like this is what sets you up for success because you're learning the skills. You're learning the emotional skills. You're learning the mathematical, the budgeting skills, the priority skills. You're learning how to orient your life in a way that you're not going to end up bankrupt. You're not going to end up homeless, but you're never going to learn how to do that on your own until you're forced to. That's the whole point. So yeah, you cannot raise kids like this. Otherwise, you're going to be on this show with Caleb Hammer.
But remaining, it's not 60, 6 decades, 7 decades, let's go 8 decades of your life. But that's what that's setting you up for. Money for myself. Those words there is just stems from complete immaturity and lack of sacrifice.
Yeah. But there's always room for there's always room for like, because the money, the what's the word? The miscellaneous money that I have left that either goes to food, tattoos, vapes, or my own self. Either
vapes?
Yeah.
What?
You know I vape. Don't even start.
Oh, God.
Well, first of all, that's double bad. That's financially bad and that's terrible for your health.
Yeah, we've been through the years of smashing them as my dad finds them, and then they just gave up and I still use them.
Well, smashing is probably not going to be what's actually effective to quit, but...
No.
I would make it so expensive for her, she could not afford to do it. I'll smash every single one of them. Those things are such a waste of money, and yet they are not good for you at all. Get rid of them.
I wouldn't also just continue and just allow that to be your future no matter what.
It's
like,
a
I would try to see...
very hard process to stop. But
No, of course. I am not dismissing that by any means.
No.
But I don't think we put that in the budget. You can't afford it, and your health-wise cannot afford it. Remember when I said 6, 7, 8 decades?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not going to get there if we're putting things in our lungs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, with that, if I have the money, like $10, $20...
You don't.
But I do.
No, not if you want to pay off your credit card when they stop putting money into your credit card.
But...
You're scaring me now. This conversation's
so
gone to a place where I'm scared for you.
When I go home today, I feel immaturely, I know, I'm being honest, immaturely, I'm going to want to take what I have for rent right now out and go get food. And then say to myself, I'm going to go donate plasma. They're going to give me $100 and I have that back.
Okay, so instead of saying that to yourself, we say we're an adult and that's obviously wrong.
Why should any young person seriously have in their mind the idea that as a form of side money or something like that, like giving blood? I mean, okay, it's a good thing. You know, it helps people. I get that. But she was so quick to go to that, like she's already done it. I mean, young people giving away blood just to offset their bad habits and their budget. Like you should be doing that more like because it's a good thing and you get some sort of reward. But she's doing it just to offset her bad habits. Like I don't. That's not a healthy way to be budgeting your money.
Oh, I just said it. Well, I just said it for you. Will you listen? Are you open to listening to people?
I am very open to listening to people.
Okay, can you listen to me?
Well, yeah, but whether or not I take the advice when I come home.
Why?
Because
you know it's a choice, though.
It is.
You're literally choosing it. So why won't you choose for a better future?
I feel like just like the credit card, I feel like I've got to get hit in the face mentally to understand.
She needs to get hit in the face mentally. So what I almost beg of you, and I again hate that you have to do it, please don't put another dollar towards a credit card. I think she needs to learn for the first time in her life how to be responsible.
Yep.
Or else I think when you guys pay off this credit card, I think in the future she's going to build the balance all the way back up again, and then
that's totally on her.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But I think if she doesn't have to take care of this remaining 1,500, I think she will do that. But I think if she has to take care of this remaining 1,500 by sacrificing, I think that'll prevent her from just building up a credit card balance again.
Yeah, it's sad that Caleb Hammer should be telling the parents something that they should already have known long ago. But it still remains. These people are not going to grow up until they're forced to. And it sucks that there's so many young people who are like this today. It's crazy. Social media has brain warped people. You know, people are not paying proper attention to what their kids are consuming. It's screwing with their heads. And they're growing up to like this. You know, years ago, this was not a normal thing. Like decades ago, this was not normal for young people to be behaving to this extreme, at least, as terribly as they are. But today, you will absolutely get wrecked if you do not have a grown-up mentality in order to handle your own money. But thanks for watching. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about what Caleb Hammer had to say, ripping this woman for her terrible financial choices. What would you do if you were her parent? How would you handle dealing with her problem? Let me know. Like, subscribe, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.